Hello, hello, hi, welcome. I'll be starting in about 4 minutes. Thank you for coming. Just giving everybody time to get on. I don't want to start early. I just go on early to get everybody notified. Hi everybody, I'm here. Thank you for your patience. Let's see who's been here. Hey Jean. Hey Mary Jo. Stephanie, welcome. I see more numbers but not more names. So welcome, welcome. So sorry for yesterday. I have a commitment. I have to do something for my daughter tonight. And so I tried to go on a day early because as you know, I would hate to miss a live. I really, it's part of my life that I just love doing. And so I tried to go on yesterday, and what was maybe 5 or 7 minutes into it, all of Xfinity went down and we could not do anything. And finally, about an hour into it, they contacted us and said that it would be on around 9 something at night. So then I said, well, that's way too late for everybody, so I'll just go on tomorrow. We have 1 more minute, and I thought it was cool enough in here, but now I'm starting to get warm already. So let me go turn on my AC and I'll be right back. So thank you for your patience. Xfinity just went haywire yesterday. Okie dokie. So we are 12 o'clock. So we are going to start. Here's my little housekeeping that I talked about, so we don't have to go through that. You need my hostess code. You need to know my website. And I'm going to move that now so I can use my cut and emboss machine when I'm ready for that. And here we go. I'm going to turn you down, and we are going to get started. I'm very excited because, turn you the right way here, because I've come up with something new, at least new to me. I have not seen it anywhere before, so I'm hoping that if there was another original person somewhere, I'm not trying to steal, I just never seen it before, and so I'm excited. Here is the last card I made on a live, and for this giveaway, I decided that I was going to give it to the first person that I saw come on today, and that person is Jean Russo. Jean, congratulations, this card is yours. I see Stephanie, Adelia, Jean, Marie, Donna, Mary Jo. Thank you all so much for being here. I think you're going to have fun. So this is yours, Jean. And then I want to announce my prize for the month of August. I'm excited about that too. Okay, so if you have your catalog, or if you go to your catalog after this live to page 129, you're going to see 12 by 12 delightfully eclectic designer series paper. It's a huge pack of 48 sheets of adorable, beautiful, wonderful designer series paper. It costs $30. Well, what I'm going to do, what I've already done, it should be here tomorrow, is I ordered one, and I'm going to cut it to 6 by 12, and two people that order from me during the month of August are both going to randomly be selected, and both will get mailed to them a half a pack of that paper. Now you're going to get all of the paper, but you're going to get it in 6 by 12 instead of 12 by 12. I wanted to thank more of my customers with gifts, and so I said, hey, why don't I cut it up? And I thought, well, should I cut it up in 4s? But I thought 2 was good. So we'll just keep changing things up as we go. So that's the prize for August. That's one thing I wanted to share with you. And then the other fun fact, look at the map of the United States. Hey, am I backwards? Let me see. Yeah, I'm backwards, aren't I? Let me see. Yeah, I was backwards. Sorry about that. Okay, look at this map. So I live here in California. We all know that, right? And most of my customers are in California. But I've started to grow, and so I put little tags on other states where I am receiving orders from new customers. So this is exciting for me. I know there's demonstrators out there that have a boatload of customers, and that is so awesome for them as well. But when I decided to print out the map of the United States and then start flagging the states I'm receiving orders from, I got so excited. Look at this. We've got, well, I wrote Nevada, Idaho, Texas, Florida, Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, let's see, Indiana, no, not Indiana, Wisconsin, and Missouri. Did I say that already? Okay, so all those states there. And so you can just see with the pink flags how I'm growing. So I want to thank you guys for that. It's just a thrill for me. Okay, so I named this live the French Country Look. But there is so much more to this card than just the French Country Look. And I'm going to tell you how that came about. At my open house on Thursday, one of my downline was here. Her name's Jeanette. And she had not seen this technique before. So I said, well, do you want me to show you? And she said, yes. Well, what technique am I talking about? I'm talking about using a folder, and I'm using the Painted Posies again, because I've been using that a while with you guys, and I like to keep showing you all different kinds of ideas with it. So I took the folder, and I asked her, for some reason I asked her if she'd ever inked up her folder. She liked a card, I think. I can't remember how it came about. So I took boho blue ink, and I put it directly onto the folder. I don't know, probably some of you, especially demonstrators, have done this before, but maybe customers have not seen this before. Hey, Margot, happy Sunday. So I'm just putting my boho ink all over the part of the folder that says Stampin' Up. So the front says Stampin' Up. I open it up and I put ink where you can see the Stampin' Up logo. Then I take my bunny punch, and the bunny punch, here is the code number 160606, and some scrap basic white paper, cardstock. And I'm going to punch 2 bunnies because since I have a bigger space, I might as well get 2 done, right? Because I know I'm going to be using them a lot. All right, so now we're going to take these. Hi, Dad. Okay, so now we're going to take these bunnies, and I also think if you just flip them over, you'll have one facing one direction and one facing the other. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to place them randomly here on the folder. Then I'm going to close it up and bring over my cut and emboss machine. So this is the French country look I'm talking about. We're turning this basic white cardstock and this little bunny into a French country look. I have platform 1, my 3D folder, and my platform number 4. And I'm cranking it through. Hello, everybody. If I don't say hello specifically to you, please don't get your feelings hurt. I just am not looking up all the time, and the names roll by. Okay, so the folder, in case you missed, just got on, is Painted Posies, and here 159175 is the code. So now I open up my folder and look at these bunnies. If that isn't French country, I don't know what is. They are absolutely adorable. And I got so excited. Anybody that was here during open house and saw me do this for Jeanette witnessed my, oh my gosh, I just went crazy, right? Because I hadn't done it in a while, and I had never done it on the bunnies, and I just thought these were so stinking cute. Now I'm gonna get a question, how do you clean off this folder? I just go put it in my sink, and I turn on the faucet and run the water over it. It all comes off, and then I dry it with a towel later. But just in case I grabbed some part of the folder, I don't think I did, but just in case I did, I'm going to take the time right now to clean off my hands so I don't get ink anywhere else. All right. Now I'm going to take, well, I should show you what this punch goes with, right? In August, I'm using an Easter set. This is one of the things I love so much about stamping and being creative. You can just go look at your stamps, and just because it says Easter doesn't mean that's when you have to use it. This little bunny, I think, is absolutely perfect for a shower, baby shower for a little boy, pink for a little girl, yellow or green if you don't know the sex of the baby yet. And then there's sentiments, enjoy the little moments, it's a new day, a simple hi, you're a friend like no other, and then a bird, a butterfly, and some florals. I'm going to be using the florals and some of the sentiments and then the punch that goes with this. Now I thought, let me see, I'm going to use this one in this direction. I thought that maybe we should outline the bunny a little bit to give him some more definition. So I'm taking my dauber and very carefully outlining the bunny just for more definition. So you guys can let me know with hearts anytime during this video, or happy faces or smiley faces or whatever emoji you want to select, on how you're liking or disliking my ideas. Okay, so there we go. We've got a little bit more definition on the bunny there. There we go. There's some hearts and thumbs up. That lets me know somebody likes what they're seeing so far. Thank you very much for that. All right, so what else did I use on this card? Well, let me show you the card so you can visualize everything. This is called, I'm naming it, a file folder card. Okay? From England, I just looked up. Hey, thank you. Thank you for being here. Why am I calling this a file folder card? You know how file folders have their little tabs at various areas at the top? Here is a tab to open up the card. Now look at the inside of this card. I want you to look closely. This is a circle. Actually, it's two circles. And I use the elegant tag punch to dress up the circle. Yep, I sure did. And to make the file folder front. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Look at our little French country bunny. The sentiments. Thanks. Who said that? Thanks, Stephanie. The sentiment, the flowers from the stamp set, and my favorite DSP right now is Country in 12 by 12. Country in 12 by 12. So this is actually would be made for a friend or even a baby shower. Item number for this DSP is 161467. All right, what else did I use on this? Well, I've been showing you guys, I've already shown you guys multiple times the paper florist, but I did use those again. And then the stylish shapes. I used these two shapes and this one as well. So look at all of those dies, and they've got stitching all around. To save some time, I cut these out already, but I wanted you to know what I used. So see this square that the bunny's on? It's a stylish shape. The banner is the stylish shape, and the circles are the stylish shapes. Okay. So let's get busy. You need a piece of cardstock. I used basic white, and this is cut 4 1/4 by 11 and scored right down the middle to make your fold. So it is landscape style, or horizontal if you will. And that's the first thing we're going to do is use the punch and make my tab. Okay? So let me put my bunny here so I don't lose that. All right, so let's open up the card base. Okay, this die is made for a 2-inch wide piece of cardstock to go into, right? But if you turn it to the side, you'll see like a little slide right here where the paper actually goes down and in on both sides, of course. So I'm going to lay my tag punch down, and I'm going to open up my cardstock completely. This is the front, this is the back, and I am going to slide my paper into my card base into the punch that way. I'm going to show it to you how it looks on the side. See? All right, I'm going to move this scrap paper for a second because you guys are going to say, how the heck do you line that up, Bev? Well, I eyeball. I really do. But if you want it perfect, and sometimes it may not be, you can use your grid paper. And I'm seeing that on my right-hand side, I'm putting the corner of the cardstock right in the corner of a grid paper, of the grid here. And I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, 4 of these little squares. Then I'm going to come over this side, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and like an 8th. So I'm going to take away, I'm going to move the paper that way a little bit, and I'm going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit. And to me, that's centered. Now I'm just going to eyeball it like I normally do, and I'm going to punch. Let's turn it over and make sure the punch is all the way in, which it is. You can feel that it is. It doesn't go anywhere because it's gone up as far as it can go, and we're going to punch. And this is what you're going to get. Okay. So now I'm going to move my stamp pad at minimum. I'm going to get my paper trimmer. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to cut. Now we know that our paper trimmers have, I'm going to point with my, take your pick tool. This is the cutting canal right here, right? This gray part, this dark gray part. In the light gray grids is the cutting channel, canal, whatever you want to call it. Clean that out. Okay, I'm going to lay my paper in it like this. Then I'm going to move my paper up until this little area that the punch made is in the channel. Okay, I'm going to keep my hand in the way of the blade and move the blade down to where I want it to cut. Now I want it to cut from the score line, the halfway point, to the beginning of the punch area. So let me just check to make sure I'm in the channel and that I'm straight up against the edge there. Okay, and now I'm going to put the line of the cutter onto the fold, and I'm going to pull down, and you can literally feel when you hit the void of where the punch came out. Okay, so I'm going to turn that around, and I didn't have to turn that around. Actually, I don't know why I did that, because you could have just lifted it and kept going. So now I'm going to come here and do it again. Okay, so now I'm going to take my snips. Got a little area that I need to snip right there. That'll happen sometimes, not every time. And then you can either use your trimmer and cut there, but I'm just going to use my snips, go up against the score line and snip. And there is my file folder. What do you think? Move this out of the way. Okay, now I'm gonna bring back my scrap paper, open up my card, and I am going to go to the little flowers that are in the stamp set that I shared with you. Easter Bunny. Here they are right here. I'm going to tap onto the boho blue ink, and I'm going to concentrate on that center little design right in the middle. And I'm going to place the top leaf onto that center design. Okay, now we've got a really cute design there. Now on Tuesday, and probably multiple pop-ups, I'm going to show you the other cards that I've made with the file folder technique, but I've changed them around so you can have a ton of ideas. All right, here is the square that the bunny is going to go on to. Here are the DSPs for the front of the card base. This one is cut at 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So we just have to take our liquid glue and place it down. This is directional, so I've got to get my flowers going in the right direction, up and down. And then we're going to open up the card, and we're going to place a regular 4 by 5 1/4 layer piece on the inside of the card. But this is dark cardstock, so that's why I needed the circles, so I could write my little sentiment in there. Because writing with an ink pen on this dark navy is not going to work, right? So I've laid that down, and when I close my file folder, I have the file folder look card. Okay. Let's take the bunny and dress him up a bit. I have the baker's twine, the craft color, the crumb cake color, and a little tiny double bow that we can just put right there, and look how cute that dresses him up right away. A mini glue dot or two. I take two just for safety's sake. Don't want this coming off. They're a little bit bigger than the ribbon itself, so you can fold them in half, and then just set that down just like that. Okay, now I thought that he needed a nose and a tail. The nose, the little white, this one worked out really good, this little white piece right here for in the nose area. So I'm just going to take Wink of Stella and highlight that a little bit for the nose area. And then I'm going to take a mini dimensional and I'm going to place it right in the middle of the tail that is punched out. This tail is oblong, and so I am going to make an oblong bunny tail. I'm going to push in with my nail and get the top paper to peel right off, the protective paper, and now the little mini glue dot is sticky. So I am going to reach over and grab my silicone mat and place my bunny there. Now I mentioned the paper florist dies, right? And I've used these little tiny guys with you before. They're adorable. So I am just going to place them onto the mini dimensional. But look what I did. I didn't miss. I'm putting one off to the right. Then I'm going to put one off to the left. And then I'm going to put one on the top. And then I'm going to put one on the bottom to cover that dimensional. And it's a cute little bunny tail like no other. Just adorable. Now I'm ready to put him down on his little area. Now if I put him down directly to the designer series paper, he might get a little lost. So I decided to put him on the squares. I'm going to use regular size dimensionals. Where did they go? Well, I need a new pack. Got some scrap here. So I use these up first. And I'm just going to place dimensionals behind the bunny to get him a little popped up on this square. I simply cut up the edges of the dimensional pack. All the dimensionals are used up, but the ones on the edges, all around, all four sides, they're just the same. So don't let those go to waste. Use those as well. I just looked up, I see Karen and Colleen. Welcome. Pinch and pull. If they're not coming off, pinch and pull. Hey, Cookie. Okay. So let's set him down on his own little focal point right there. Now we can take our card and we can glue him down. Building quite well, isn't he? Okay. Now, in the stylish shapes also, there are banners. There's more than one. So this is a mid-size one. And I'm going to take the sentiment that comes out of the stamp set. It says, enjoy all the little moments. So if this was for a baby shower, you're telling mommy to enjoy all the little moments when her son arrives. If it's just for a friend, which I would send this to a friend, I would tell them to enjoy all the little moments in life. Look at that. So cute. Okay, again, some dimensionals, and this is a long banner, so I'm cutting a long piece off the edge, setting it down here. All right. Oop, it fell onto my card before I was ready to place it, but I saved it. Okay, so I'm layering right on top of the square and then off to the right a little bit. So let's go to the inside of the card. This was so exciting. The circle stitched stylish dies. Here they are. There's two. I'm just going to put one down. That's what I was going to do originally. And then I got a wild thought. It's like, can I punch a circle? And if I can't, if I ruin the circle, no big deal, right? It's just paper. But what I like to do, what I enjoy doing, is experimenting for you. So you don't have to ruin your circle. You can just say, Bev showed me, and so I know it works. Let's go back to the elegant punch. Elegant edge is what it's called. Now what am I going to do? This is wider than the 2 inches. It's a circle, so we don't have to worry about centering it, right? We're going to put it in the slide. So slide it in the slide. Just slide it in. Push it until it won't stop anymore. Turn it around and you're going to see where it is if you punch. I want to pull it back a little bit to where the flower tops or the eyelet tops are hitting the edge of the circle. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, so there's what it would look like, just punching it. So all you need to do now is take your snips and snip one little snip like that, and one little snip like this. And we have this decorative look. Now, at the top of these two, you see the dots, right? It's okay, because when you line it up on the first one, it matches completely, and it's amazing. I think it's amazing. So you can stamp, enjoy your little moments, the little moments, and then you can stamp the word hi in here if you'd like, and you can write whatever you want to say to your friend. All the stamps are in that pack. So let's glue this down. And on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the easiest, one being the easiest, 10 being the hardest. Let's do it that way. I would say that this is a 3 until you learn how to do your punching on there to make the file folder card. Okay, so here are the 2 cards. I'm in love with the bunny tails. Just totally in love with the bunny tails. I'm in love with the file folder fun fold look. And I'm completely completely thrilled with knowing I can punch my circles. Now, I don't want you to stop there. Think about it. We could go across and stamp the bottom too, and then we'd have a strip like this with a decorative top and bottom. There's many things you can do. So now that I've got my curiosity with this punch going, I've got a lot of other things to show you. Okay, so Tuesday at 2 Pacific time here in California, I will be back and I will be showing you other ways to use this file folder technique and this punch. Are there any questions? Did you like what you saw? Everybody was pretty quiet. I see a few hearts. That means a few of you liked it. All right, well, I'm gonna go. I've gotta leave, but I'm so glad you were here. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I will see you on Tuesday. Thank you, Colleen. You're welcome, Jean. Thanks, Debbie. All righty, bye-bye.